Alrighty. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, my friends. Hey, why'd it go black? I need to fix that. I need to fix that video that's starting in. How you doing? Welcome in. Welcome, everybody, this lovely Monday. Time to start a new week together. My space nerds. Another round of 7 days in which the balls of material rotate, kind of spin around, do a little jumping and jiving through space. The sun comes and goes a couple times. The moon actually doesn't really come and go at all, just kind of chilling around us the whole time. But we have another week ahead of us, and it's an interesting week. It's CitizenCon week, actually. We're going to have a lot of news coming out of this week. We're going to have a lot of stuff going on. On top of it being CitizenCon week, it is also probably the week that Star Citizen 4.3.2 goes live. So, this lovely Monday, when we're normally just chatting, I am going to specialize it. We're going to mix things up a little bit. We're going to talk about the new update. I'm actually got the dev tracker up right here, so we can do some chatting about what the devs are saying about the new stuff coming up. But then we're going to jump into the game, and we're actually going to go check out these new contracts, because you know, Pyro has not been a fun place. All right, can I be honest? Ever since it came in, beautiful place. Planets look great. Factions got their world building. Space stations, ooh, creepy. The atmosphere is wonderful, but the performance has been terrible since I don't know about you guys. Like my experience is like, you go to a planet-side mission in Pyro and you may or may not fall through the ground. Bummer. And so I have resorted to just doing Hathor, and I guess the ASD facilities were okay. But mostly the Stanton sites feels like where the most reliable, at least FPS combat is. I don't know about you guys doing ship combat out there, but I'm like very interested in seeing if, now that they're kind of turning the story and interest back towards Pyro, maybe it's performing better. So I figured we could jump into the PTU and go see together, fall through the floor together, or not. Maybe, I don't know. That's good. PvP sucks. To be honest, I get into more PvP in Stanton than I do in Pyro. But you gotta play it a different way, you know? You can't play Star Citizen in Pyro the same way you play in Stanton. You gotta stay away from populated locations. You gotta be a little bit more careful when you look at like an outpost coming up. It's gonna be a lot better when we have better scanning tech, but like when I go into Pyro, I'm not really expecting the same kind of game as Stanton. Hello, notification gang. Welcome in, everybody. Good to see you. Maverick, Vastin, Lurch Lord, Mr. Juke. Thanks for being here, folks. Shifty, Astromonkey, Caleb with a early membership on YouTube. Thank you for that. My man, the Carrot. Fola in chat. Rocker. Rig. My good man, Rig. Sorry I missed you yesterday, dude. How you been? Taryn, good to see you. Let's start the week properly with the pizza biddies. The pizza biddies, dude. Much love to you, man. I hope you have a wonderful week. Colt Kimber, Certified Gumbo, Space Marine, Taryn, Diva, UE, PK, Gorgo, Space, Brigadier. Welcome in, guys. How was your weekend? Havoc. Yo, dude. Hey, good to see you in chat. You guys know this Havoc guy? He also does the YouTube videos. You should check out his channel if you want to see more Star Citizen stuff. Pyro 4 has no wings now. Wings? It doesn't have wings. It doesn't have rings. They took those out when Pyro went live. It's a bummer. But yeah, there's no rings around that planet no more. No one likes PvP, that's why everyone ends up in Stanton. Speak for yourself, buddy. I like PvP. And I know plenty of people in our org who do as well. people can't even throw their garbage in a bin 5 feet away from them, let alone in a space station. Dude, I love chucking my empty water bottles around the space station. Sorry, not sorry. I have no incentive. It'll get cleaned up. Luckily, that's not how I treat it in real life, okay? I do my part. What's up, Carlos? Has there been any news on a trade window with the inventory refactor? No, nothing like that. I don't think it'll be linked to the inventory. Probably be linked to a different app. Its own thing. You've been loving Onyx in Stanton. Only one failure so far in failure to spawn. I've not gotten into the whole culture of grinding the location over and over for loot. I guess that's a big part of MMO play. I go through it, I experience it, I enjoy it, I move on to the next thing. But maybe here we'll start doing some runs to try and get some more rare clothes, rare armor. It's easy to lie to yourself. That's such a weird way of arguing with people, but you do you, Dodger. Tomato, Watchdog. What's up, man? You don't care about loot, just doing the quest chain? Oh, I see. Well, hey, good call. Good for you, man. Playing to play, having fun to have fun. What do you think about the possibility of another Apollo variant based on cargo? I think it's funny. Because I definitely thought at some point we would get a variant of the Apollo, or at least hoped we would. I had always said, like, I would fly the hell out of an Apollo that was a little more focused on general gameplay than just being a medical ship. And I think as they look to simplify these game loops more, these professions, they realize that some of the ships that have been made specifically for these professions, maybe they don't have that much reason for people to buy them, you know? Maybe they're not actually as useful as they were going to be, so why don't we also make a version of them that's a little more generalized? Ba-bam, ba-boom. It sells a lot more. In the long run, a cargo-focused Apollo is going to sell way more than the medical-focused Apollo. And like, back in the day, it was cool to imagine a medical-focused ship like that doing a whole bunch of cool stuff, but now... See, I just got to get real now. They got to actually sell the ships. And realistically, people are buying ships to haul cargo, not to freaking run around with a medical tool and heal people. You don't need a medical ship for that. So it's more realistic. It's a sign of the times. Gunslinger, thank you so much for the sub, dude, on Twitch. I appreciate you. It does feel like they pulled a 600i, quite a bit of wasted space. It's a big ship. Matches their metrics a little bit better, though. I think it does show that the constellation's going to grow quite a bit. I wouldn't be surprised if the Aurora, the gold standard Aurora, that is probably going to be in like 4.4, I imagine. Maybe 4.3.2. Whatever that reworked Aurora there is that they're working on. That's such a hard thing to say. Reworked Aurora. Reworked Aurora. Reworked. We work Aurora. Sorry. Whatever that is, it's probably going to grow in size from what the Aurora is now. So I do think that. That was ridiculous. I do think that's going to be whatever, you know, that it's a trend. It just happens. The Kraken is probably going to get quite a bit bigger. The Orion, which is, good Lord, God knows where the Orion is. Used to be tiny. Well, not tiny, but it used to be much smaller than it is now. It's currently 340 meters long. It used to be like maybe 200. Thank you very much. It was scaled up close to 100% in size, so that probably was like 100 It was 170 meters long. Now it's 340 meters long. I bet you by the time it gets into the game, it'll be closer to like 400. It just happens. Especially with the older concepts like the Apollo. Frisch! What up, Toast Gang? Dude, thanks for being here. Thank you for being a potato here for 24 freaking months, man. Much love, buddy. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful October. You've been stacking your chips to pay for the respawn slime. When do we get exploration? Whenever we get the chance to save a marker, I think is about it. Once you can save a marker, you can make money exploding. Maybe they make the Kraken smaller instead. Well, that's going to suck for its hangers. Thank you very much. I like it. Do you think they will drop a major update with Nyx at the end of the year or beginning of next? I think Nyx is coming next year still. I think it is getting close. It's just content. But I also think that if they just drop Nyx without a step forward and some kind of gameplay to accommodate it, especially like if it doesn't come with something, storylines, something equivalent to the ASD storyline, multiple factions having background up contracts, they can't drop Nyx and then we go in there to play a line of missions and then finish that line of missions and then fly back to the rest of the game. If they're going to add it to the game, they need to add it to the game. There need to be mercenary missions out there. There should be shops. There should be ship shops. There should be outposts, space stations to go to. Things to do other than just a main edition. But in addition to that, there should also be a main edition, like a storyline. So I think that we'll see Nyx, probably not until Q1 next year. And I think they know that. I think they're going to drop it as like a full edition. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if it does come this year. I certainly wouldn't be surprised, but I'm leaning more towards next year. PK, thanks for gifting out the sub to Mr. Avocado. Thanks for being here, dude. People were saying they thought they heard you on the podcast this weekend. I told them not possible. You hope when the reworked Aurora... I lost that. How'd I lose that? They have a rework of every variant of the Aurora and not leave the variants behind. Yeah. Yeah, the Orion is mining ship. Nyx is a great opportunity to introduce deeper scanning, but I don't really see them tying a feature to the release. Thank you very much. Especially because they haven't tested deeper scanning yet. They won't have tested it by the end of the year. They're not even going to get engineering in until the end of the year. That's unless they do them together. Thanks for getting up at 4 a.m. to talk to you. It was 4:15, luckily. Do you think they did a great job with the ASD storyline so far? Or do you think they need to improve on it? I think it's good so far for being their first story. There are plenty of places where they could expand it and improve on it for sure, but it's a question of how much effort should they even be putting into that. I think a basic storyline is good for what we're doing right now. ready for deeper writing and more branching story arcs and characters to remember, but at least for right now, I think it gets the job done. Overall, is the game in a good state right now? What is the bugs to fun ratio at the moment? Bugs to fun ratio. Is there a coefficient to that? Is there an equation that I need to look up to answer that one? I couldn't tell you exactly. The game is fun. It's not anywhere near perfect. You will notice things missing within minutes of starting to play, and you're likely to run into a glitch or two during your session, if not possibly a server crash, although server crash don't kick you out the game anymore. It's got its problems. I would say most people probably shouldn't try playing it, especially if you've never played it before. If you've played the game before, then you're going to feel a lot of things have improved now. If you've never played the game before and you jump into it, you're still going to feel like it's got time, you know? I actually was just watching, I suggest people check this out. Over the weekend, YouTuber that I watch quite a bit for gaming put in his Star Citizen play. He tries Star Citizen out probably like once a year, every year. And I would say this dude is a fairly good example of not necessarily your average gamer, but maybe like the kind of person who would casually jump into Star Citizen. And so watching him play through it this year versus previous years, I think he's done how many times? 3 years ago, 1 year ago, another time 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Yeah, he's done this pretty regularly over the last 4 years or so. And his playthrough now compared to what he used to do, even he says it in the video. He's like, I did not expect this to go this well. And you can very, very clearly see and hear from him just how much, I could drop the link in the chat for you guys, just how much the game has gotten better to the point where he feels more comfortable playing it. But you can still hear, you know, when he's trying to do stuff, when he's asking questions about stuff, you're like, yes, this is the kind of thing that the normal person would jump into a game and expect to just kind of work like that. And it doesn't still, but they're clearly getting pretty close to that. They're headed in that direction. It's become more playable this year. It's making good progress, I would say, in terms of building out their content, especially for like the stage that this game is at. Development timeline aside, because it has been 12 years. So it is kind of hard to put that aside. We're going to need a real strong arm to push that one aside for a second. But like, development timeline aside, the place where this game is at in terms of if you were to look at a game being made traditionally, early access, like let's say this is where, God, if it's still even being worked on, I don't know, but like Star Wars Eclipse is a game that was announced, I think 4 years ago now, maybe 5 years ago, something like that. And Abs, thank you so much for the sub. Appreciate you. We got that hype train going on Twitch. Much love. Oh, it's about to end. Imagine if that game, Star Wars Eclipse, was like playable to the public right now. It wouldn't be having storylines in it, you know, with functioning puzzles and stuff. They would be working on just throwing stuff together and making sure it works. It's not getting polished as much. It's not getting as many of like the smaller details added, a mini map kind of thing, or a more finalized inventory. So at the stage that it is at, compared to how long it has to go, it's in a pretty good state. But if you look at it being 12 years since it started its development, you're gonna be thrown for a loop because it doesn't feel like it's been in development for 12 years. So it really depends on your expectations going into it. 30% bugs, 40% undercooked, 30% fun. Definitely undercooked. I think that's the biggest thing you hear people say is like, they play it, they try it, and then they're like, there's something there. I can see it. It's definitely there. Actually, hold on. This dude said that. He said it in his own video. God dang it. Let's go to the actual
13 years.
There we go. No ads on this one. All right.
So I'm gonna go for the med pen.
I'm pretty sure he says it down here at the end here.
You know what? I have to say, I think I've had the best time this time with Star Citizen. I didn't die. I didn't have any major F-ups. I almost did, but I didn't. And you know what? As much as this whole thing is like a scam, and I don't know like what it means for a game to
It's such a funny way
be in
to start a
development for over a decade and have, you know, raised so much money, and is it ever coming out, blah blah blah. I still like on some level I get the vision of it. I don't understand the execution, but I certainly get the vision. I really do think it's cool as hell to
I think that's what a lot of people come away feeling, and I think that's that whole it's undercooked kind of feeling. It's like it's clearly it's got something going, and it's getting there. It's just a weirdly meandering journey that's growing a whole bunch of hair for all of us in places we didn't think we would grow hair. 12 years for what they plan with this game isn't as bad as people make it out to be, really. I think if it wouldn't be as bad if it took this long to get to this game, if there was something else in the middle, you know? It's like if you looked at, say, let's say like Bungie came out in 1995 and they were like, believe it or not, folks, I'm picking a Halo story. Okay, sorry. I just recently did a video and I looked into Halo's development cycle, so it's fresh in my brain. But let's say like Bungie came in 1995 and they were like, we want to make a cool FPS game with dual wielding and hovercraft boarding and an epic story of the fall of Earth. And then they went away for 10 years and like baited people for all those 10 years until they finally released Halo 2. And it was pretty good, but it had a troubled development. It kind of missed on some fronts. It clearly took a really long time to get there. You'd be like, yeah, it was a great game, but like it took them 10 years. But instead, maybe you could, I don't know, shoot shorter and pick a project that you would be able to release with your engine only kind of to where you want it to be. And then you just keep developing the engine with it. Like, you know, you sell a game halfway through and use that money to keep building your engine to build the game you actually wanted to build. You see a lot of companies do it. I could not tell you a single one of them right now, but a lot of indie companies will make a game or two, and then that'll give them the ability to make the game they really wanted to make. I feel like maybe Baldur's Gate 3 is kind of like that. Either way, they could have done that at CIG. I'm not saying it would have gone out the same way. I don't think Star Citizen really would have ended up being the same game. And at the end of the day, I'm sort of okay with how it's gone down. I really wish it was a little bit better managed. Yeah, I think if they had managed expectations and their own deliveries better and focused on having a long-term playable alpha during this whole cycle, it would be a lot better. But I do think that if they had gone the other way and they had tried to deliver something halfway through that proved the engine and got them funding and then kept going from there, it would have been a lot smoother for them. And that's probably what they wanted to do with Squadron 42, but that really didn't work out. Isn't that what happened with Silksong? I don't know. I feel like Hollow Knight was unless there was something before Hollow Knight that felt like something that at least would be. It seemed like a game that they wanted to do. You get the frustration of new players, a lot of bugs and nuance, but sometimes Bob's just Bob, and rage quit over nothing. Yeah, people will definitely rage quit. Has Luke Stevens watched a CitizenCon live before? I don't think so. No, I do not believe so. I think he's watched mostly the videos that came out afterward. Pretty sure he said he's going to follow this one. He's going to do this one live. And then we will be having a podcast the next day together. For those of you who are supporters, Twitch, Patreon, YouTube, if you're a supporter, keep an eye on the Discord. You should see the scheduled podcast. Me and him will be meeting up on the day after, on Sunday, to discuss what the heck happened. Speaking of supporters, if you are a supporter, you can also check out the new video. It's already up. It is available to you guys early. It will be coming out publicly tomorrow, and it is a video about when is Star Citizen coming out? When is the release date? It should be a very, very exciting and fun comment section, and I'm sure everybody will totally agree to disagree. And yeah, I mostly made it because Chris said 2027, 2028, and I was like, meh, let's maybe let's put something out to stir, not really stir the pot, but like get the critical thinking going. Been over 10 years since GTA 5 came out. Do the drops to GTA Online count as in-betweens towards GTA 6? Maybe. I don't know how big they really are. I don't know how much content comes with them, but I would say that like the other games coming from Rockstar count as in-betweens. What's it called? Red Dead Redemption 2 kind of counts. That's like what, a 6-year split that came out in 2017, I think, 2018. So it's been a little while now. I think they're doing okay. You don't stir the pot, you throw the hand grenade? Nah. No, my videos aren't that bad. I might pick a topic or two that's a little incendiary. It's to add clarity and some spicy sauce. By the time Squadron 42 was coming together, they realized it had to be epic to justify the funding and weight. GTA 6 is approximately the same cost as SC, isn't it? I don't actually know where the numbers come from. I see all kinds of numbers get thrown around for GTA 6. I'm not sure what is and is not confirmed, but it does sound like it's coming in over $1 billion, which is a lot. Pretty wild, if you include marketing. GTA Online ended so many other Rockstar projects, like Bully 2, for instance, was canceled because of GTAO's success. That sucks because Bully was a great franchise. But yeah, I could see it was a huge cash cow for them. They didn't have to worry about releasing another game with that game in their repertoire. Can't really say we all won because of that. Old Abs, thank you for gifting out a sub, by the way.
Everybody, thank you for coming in. This is your captain speaking.
You're a good
Tomato will be
man.
with you shortly.
And Segalian with the raid. Welcome in, folks. Welcome in the pizza party. What's up, y'all? Thanks for popping in. We're just sitting here literally getting caught up in chat. We're so far away from whatever I had planned to talk about right now. But thanks for popping in with your people. I hope we can keep them entertained with a little bit of conversation. Oh, Super Mac just raided Segalian. That's awkward. Oh, he passed on some viewers and received some more. Pretty sure GTA 6 is one of the biggest, most expensive bits of media ever. It'll probably also be one of the biggest, most bombastic releases of media ever, too. GTA 6 has not had to build an engine in studios with their budget. Realistically, SC has a fraction of the budget GTA 6 has. Yeah, it's never a straightforward comparison. Let's compare the dev time of Half-Life 2 to Half-Life 3. They actually, in that same video that I made about Halo, I also covered Half-Life. I also covered the success of Half-Life 2. And I came across this page here. It shows the development of Half-Life 3, and it shows all of the years that they've been tracking this. Can you go away? Ad? This ad is huge. Sheesh. It shows all the ways that all the years they've been tracking it. Look at this. This is like they're literally 20 years of people looking for signs of Half-Life 3. It's crazy. That's gnarly, man. Just make the game, Valve. Just give it to them. It's so sad. And then like Half-Life Alyx came out, which I'm sure got people thinking there was going to be something that, yeah, in 2020 Half-Life Alyx came out. Oh no. Covering the history of development on the Half-Life series following the release of episode 2. Oh no, it did not come out in 2020. When did it come out? I don't even know when it came out, but like, this is just...
Welcome everybody, thank you for coming in.
Gabe doesn't make third games. We'll let somebody else do it. Lord. This is more painful than the people who are waiting for the winds of winter, dude. It's not fair to them anymore. Been 9.5 years since you bought a pledge, still waiting for a stable, well-featured game. I feel you, dude. Oh, Super Mac with the raid. Whoa. Yo, welcome in, folks. I thought you raided Sigelian. Did it block that from happening? Thank you for coming through. Thanks for bringing the folks. We're having good old chats in here. We're just talking Star Citizen stuff, dude. It's just a conversation kind of day. We're gonna hop into the PTU in a little bit and test out the new contracts, see how they perform. I want to see if Pyro is worth going back to for like good FPS gameplay. But I feel like you're gonna have to put the best loot in Pyro to get people to want to actually go do missions there, or otherwise you'll just run through ASD. Half-Life 3 has a very dedicated fan base looking for anything Half-Life related. You've been a part of it since Alyx came out. Looking for people even more left behind than Star Citizen backers. I feel bad, man. That sucks to be looking forward to a game for 20 years. And then you get to this point and there's just like no updates on the 2025 part. That's the more sad part. It's like either nothing interesting is even happening anymore, or this person it's been so long that this person cannot keep up with this anymore. Either way, feels like a premonition for Star Citizen players. What do you think the funding model will look like post 1.0? I think it's going to have to be a pretty wide mix of things. Cosmetics, optional subscription, ship sales to a small amount, hopefully to a small amount, we'll see. Game sales, Squadron 42. Spread out across all those things. How important do you think the lore will be to Star Citizen? Games like Destiny and Warframe have such extensive coverage for that. I hope SC will too. Brother, the lore is one thing that I am not worried about with Star Citizen at all. I have literally zero worries when it comes to making sure we're going to have good lore. any game, like that was one of the first things that they really got into, you know, because lore doesn't take a lot of development time. So we got a whole bunch of lore, and I do think that the one part where lore will kind of struggle is that it's going to change quite a bit because they put so much lore down somewhere. There's record of it somewhere. A lot of it is going to change as it gets brought into the game. But as Razak is saying, it's just not in the game yet. If you type lore on their channel, you find a playlist of 54 videos where they go through all the star systems and they talk about like what the heck is, why the star system is the way it is, and how it developed, how much crime there is. And that's like, this is a drop in the bucket compared to all the lore that there really is available in this game. There's a reason that Paul is able to make the whole history of the lore of Star Citizen videos already, because there's just that much out there. And as you can see, even from this trailer,
Supreme, Hurston Dynamics. Submit yourself.
like they are not leaning away from how the lore is supposed to impact the way we look at the game.
From obscurity to a higher purpose. Rise, instrument of greatness. Devote your life.
Hey, it's your girl Molly.
Some people
Vibing with
hate
my
this
new
girl.
Crusader crew. Hashtag besties, hashtag sponsored. Gathering resources and spilling the tea. The food is 100% not organic, and I had to sleep in a bunk. Ew. This is gonna be like really hard on me.
I do really like that voice clip in the background. Somebody's just like, shut up. That's a very good one. Well done. Yeah, so I'm not worried about lore in this game. I do think it's going to be pretty easy to see. Definitely better than a lot of other games I've played. Was wondering if you had a video recommendation going over the financials of SC. You keep seeing conflicting information by people about it, and you're just lost in the sauce. What are you wondering about the financials? I do think that I did a video looking at it towards the beginning of this year. Yeah, so this is the last time we looked at their financial report. You give this a look if you want. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not professional, so like take what I say with a grain of salt. I'm just going off of what I see here. And I did bring somebody in who does know more about financials, which is drinkers with gaming problems, and he does make more comments on it. You can check that one out. What do you think has had a more controversial dev cycle, Star Citizen or Escape from Tarkov? Star Citizen. Tarkov's up there, but I think Star Citizen more so. AI Blade turrets going live or purchasable by CitizenCon. They seem to be sticking away from that. From everything I can see, they have stepped away from blades for now on the store. Magic, thank you for the super chat on YouTube. You'll bet that we get Nyx by the end of 2025. Some people do believe it. We will see. We will see. Yeah, I don't know. Nyx by 2025. It's possible, but I don't think they're in a rush. None of the lore is meaningful so far. To be quite honest, I have not played many games where the lore is that meaningful, besides just being in your codex. So my bar is not super high. I just appreciate that the lore is at least starting to get reflected in the game. Thank you, by the way, whoever just gifted that sub to Sigelian. Appreciate you. Did we get a shout out for Super Mac? When does the show start? 12 p.m., I believe. 12 p.m. on Saturday. There's a lot of it, but I mean, like, there's the current hints towards Nyx. Destiny, as an example, has had massive hints towards plot threads and lore, with YouTube coverage from folks like Biff. They're starting to. And that's why I'm saying I don't think there's much worry. The fact that we are at this point, at the alpha stage, narrative only just got started in the game. They have been working on Squadron 42 up until 2024. So within a year and a half of narrative getting actually into the development of the game, we're starting to see threads laying in the loading screens. We're starting to see voice clips added to missions. We're starting to see factions with actual stories. We're starting to see trailers with narrative and lore mixed in. So I think they're just getting started right now, lore-wise. Do you think the random events might get added to the game like alien incursions? Yes. It's what the dynamic events were meant to lead to. Game waiting for people in the new event to inevitable back the CFP, then realized later that they just put a shadow government org in charge of Pyro. The choices aren't great, man. I mean, it's either the shadow org or the outright assholes. Take your pick. Hey, Starjump, good to see you in chat, dude. Welcome in. Folks, y'all know Starjump, right? If you're trying to hear about some ship development talk, there's a place to go. Give that name a click on YouTube. Check it out. You think they are in a rush? Really? For Nyx? I don't know, man. That's really gonna increase their server costs. They're gonna have to add probably at least 5 more servers to every shard if they release a new star system, and I just it's like it starts adding up, you know? It is good that AI blades are gone from the store, agreed. Where's the elevator music coming from? My computer? It's a little different vibe today. Who's the most negative Star Citizen celeb and why is it Tomato? Oh god, I'm not a Star Citizen celeb. I am but a tomato. Most negative though, yeah, for sure. You believe the lore is very meaningful. The more you know, the more you can understand the current state of the galaxy. Definitely. Just might not necessarily affect your gameplay. I think the biggest sign that they're very into their lore is that you can actually learn the alien languages in this game. And if you know those alien languages, you actually can benefit more. Like, those alien languages are in the game. So if you come across them, right now it's just on the alien ships, but that's because we haven't seen any like level design or locations based around the aliens. When we do start to see those, 100% there are going to be signs and buttons and little pieces of script that will be made in Jean or in Banu. And the people who have learned those languages will definitely get a benefit from that. That's, I think, one of the strongest things you can do to make lore matter, but that's also like homework. The moment the Orion comes out, and you get that dopamine hit from the savings when completing the CCU chain. Or, you know, using the ship. You can tell that Nyx files have been in the game client since around IAE last year, with updates throughout this past year, so some type of push has been made on Nyx. Definitely. No doubt they're working towards it. SC is a setting where everything is a lesser of two evils. The UE isn't really a super moral nation either. No. Everybody in the Star Citizen universe just about has blood on their hands. I think one of the most altruistic companies that we know of in the game is like Argo. But even they might have a rough history, you know? I only know about their founding. It's definitely... Star Citizen is definitely dystopic. It's supposed to be mirroring or parallel to the fall of the Roman Empire in some ways. it's definitely on the downturn of human control. Humans were really never in control in the Star Citizen universe. We kind of were just expanding until we met other aliens and then realized we were outmatched. And then from then on, it was sort of like, let's just make sure we're safe. And we never have been. And then we got taken over by a dictatorship that lasted hundreds of years, a monarchy, which made everything worse. And now, at the time that Star Citizen is, we're only just kind of on a good momentum coming out of that monarchy. And then we got attacked by the Vandal. So, like, things aren't great. And in the background of all that, companies, they're buying full-on planets and star systems. They're creating contracts in which you basically sell out your entire family, move on to a space station that is owned and controlled by the company you work for. You breathe the air they give you. You drink the water that they provide from your recycled sweat and pee. And then you hope that no pirates come to the space station and take your family away from you. It's not a great place to raise a family. You know, that's why a lot of people don't really leave the planets. But boy, oh boy, does it make for a fun game setting. Tyrus, thank you for the freaking memberships, man. Appreciate you. Tyrus. Somewhere in the chat, somebody's screaming. Why do people care about blades so much? I don't get it. Blades are components or subcomponents, you know? And there it is. Thank you. Thank you, PK. Components are progression. Like, components are what make spaceships not the obvious pay-to-win vehicle they could be. They're what makes spaceships count. The way that you run your spaceship, the way that you customize it, that's kind of what makes the game feel more like a combination of parts and pieces rather than just spaceships that you buy and fly as you bought it. And so it adds incentive for people to do things in game when you know you have to go in game to get those components. But once they start selling them on the store, that takes a lot of that progression and the want to get in game to work towards stuff out. You've heard the argument that they add more servers, but why not just take one from each Pyro and Stanton? They don't need to add more Nixes like 2 planets. It's not necessarily just the planets, it's also they have to be ready for players to be in there. You need to make sure that if 300 of the players from your shard go into one of the star systems, you can handle it. And since they don't have dynamic server meshing running yet, they're stuck with this dedicating numbers and then leaving it as is. And they can't shift around as players move. That's why dynamic server meshing is going to save them a ton of money. For now, they just have to prepare for one of the worst possible situations. And I don't think they're doing necessarily that. I think they're doing it just enough that the game still performs well. Can anybody tell me where the swamps would be in the verse? They might end up on Hurston, but as it is right now, they will definitely be on Terra. Argo Astronautics seems moral as a company, but what they don't tell you is all the hush money they pay out to the people loading the freight elevators that we never see. More power to them. We need that in our lives. In our timeline, we call those company towns. Yeah, and it gets worse and worse. You rather belong to the UEE than a corp or gang? I would rather, no, I'd rather be our own company. I would not want to belong to the UEE. What's the stream about? Golly. I was going to talk about 4.3.2 actually. People are like, why am I here? This guy just talking? Yeah, I mean, a lot of these Monday streams are generally us talking about Star Citizen stuff going on. The codex full of lore is literally lore at its best. Mass Effect and Elite Dangerous nails it. I love listening to lore at my leisure. Even during combat. Yeah, that Galactopedian game would be great. You have no evidence the Perseus is 140 meters. You just think it's no longer supposed to be a sister ship to the Hammerhead. 140 meters would be a huge increase. The reason they haven't come out with AI blades is because it would hinder the sales of ships with PDCs. I just don't think they have that. The AI, I don't think they've put the time into the AI blades. Waiting room makes it seem like CitizenCon is today when it's 5 days away. Ah. Is that what? Wait, do people? No, that is not the case. No, it's waiting room as in we'll be we'll be live from now until CitizenCon. No, CitizenCon is not today. Okay, before we get into actually talking about this stuff, last couple of announcements. We are almost to our goal of funding the event. You can see down there the little slider thing. We're about almost there. Just, I think, $250 left needed to fund this event on Saturday. Our little watch party. Thank you, everybody who has helped to do that so far. Exclamation point fund if you would like to assist in that. It means a lot, and it goes really far away, long way, whatever. Also, we have a giveaway to announce. We have a couple giveaway winners, folks. The Jump Space giveaway has ended. Thank you, everybody who got involved in that. Excuse me. Whether you watched the video or you were chilling here on the stream and got in that way, we have 2 copies of Jump Space for you lovely individuals. Mrs. Tomato will announce those winners here very shortly. And we'll do, we'll clap and we'll say, hey, yay. The kids will cheer and all that stuff. And then we will get into the game and we'll see if these missions actually work, I promise. We will see it advertised at CitizenCon. See what advertised. IAE. The Perseus? Oh yeah, that might happen. It's a very long waiting room. Yeah, I'm sorry if you thought that CitizenCon was today. It is on Saturday. Abs. Don't even, dude. I know what's going on with you. You don't need to be doing that, buddy. I appreciate you, but seriously. You take care of your own. No sleep till CitizenCon. In a shiny dress like the Emmys? No, but that does sound like our game show we're working on. A little abs, dude. Buddy, I appreciate it, man. It means a lot. Thank you. But my man. You're going to be too busy playing Battlefield 6 for CitizenCon. That's coming out this week, huh? It's coming out on the 8th, huh? Let me go double check on the winners real quick. I'll be right back. All right. Okay. I promise it's me, not the chair. Stop it. Stop talking to the chair. Get the out of here. It's not his stream, all right? You keep stealing things like this. We're gonna have problems, man. He keeps telling me I should just find somewhere new to shit to sit, not to shit. To sit. Which, you know, is a fair point. I guess you get to have some time in the limelight if I'm literally planting my butt on you the whole day. That's not really something you're ever going to hear me say to anybody else, except for a chair. You can believe that. Long-time watcher, first-time commenter. What's up, Iban? Love your content. Can't wait to see what CIG has in store for us this weekend, dude. I think they have some potential to surprise us, folks. They have been very quiet this year. We've gone over it. We literally, we sit here and we go over it every single month. The monthly reports have so much more in them than what they'd be showing. And there's stuff that's being done that we know is not in the monthly reports. So. Yeah, hopefully they share something on 1.0 stuff. All right. Mrs. Tomato is here with the winners.
Celebration from England. From England, United Kingdom, Big Nelly.
Big Nelly. Mr. Big Nelly, or Miss Big Nelly, maybe. Either way, congratulations to Big Nelly. You are our first winner, Jump Space. Thank you very much.
Finland, the Moglet.
And the Moglet, Mr. Big Nelly and the Moglet.
Big Nelly and Moglet.
Moglet. Well done, guys. I don't know how you won, but whatever you did to win.
Big Nelly won by claiming their loyalty bonus.
Oh, loyalty.
And Moglet won by answering my ridiculous questions.
What was the question?
I don't know. I like to ask funny.
All right. Yeah, good job answering the ridiculous question that actually won you a copy of Jump Space. Not bad.
One day we're gonna go through all the ridiculous questions I've asked on these giveaways, and that'll be. Maybe we can do that for the New Year's stream.
Yeah, we do a little questionnaire with all your. Maybe that's our first game show episode.
Yes.
I may be leaking it to them a little bit.
Well, we have already.
Yeah.
But that was like
Somebody asked if you were gonna come on the screen with a card to present the.
I have
yeah.
pretty dresses.
Yeah, she's got the pretty dresses.
Wearing pretty dresses. That was mostly the reason.
Yeah, that was really where it started. She was like, I want something where I can wear pretty dresses.
Yes.
Ooh, how about we do one of the game shows with pretty dresses? There we go. And now we will both be in pretty dresses.
No, but
Got her more excited than the show.
Like a sparkly red.
Oh yeah, sequins.
Yeah, and then you wore like a papillon. What is it? A bow tie.
A bow tie with like a nice deep V-neck.
Well,
It's
I
a little,
really like
yeah.
that. Maybe
That'll
we
be
can
good.
write toes across your chest.
Oh, that'll be good. That'll be good. I like that. You guys like that? Sounds like a good time. Magic, thank you for the membership on YouTube, dude. Appreciate it. What did they win? They got a copy of Jump Space. It's a very, very fun space game that just came out. I did a video on it on the main channel if you want to check it out. Tomato's gonna wear a pretty dress. I mean, what's it gonna be first, the pretty dress or the hot tub stream? You guys keep asking for both. And I feel like at some point, I will not be able to escape at least one of them. Didn't I already dress up as a princess at some point? I'm sure somebody's got that clip somewhere. Mr. and Mrs. Tomato and matching dresses sounds like the perfect plan for a pubathon. Why can't we can't do a pubathon? That's the pubs. We do that streamathon though. We're definitely gonna be doing a big streamathon here pretty soon. Probably like November, I'm thinking. Maybe that's when we can start the game show. I don't know, but last streamathon was pretty fun. They're fun in this house, so we're gonna do a lot longer one. Okay, let's talk about Star Citizen, yeah? So 4.3.2 Tomatothons. Yes, that's the one. 4.3.2 is in the PTU. And it brings with it some new missions. So the first thing that was said when they updated this was somebody was like, stop doing the time limited events, which, you know, I kind of get that feeling for this as opposed to something like ASD, but I genuinely think that these contracts are going to be a great way for the game to carry on from this. So like eliminate specific plus delivery. I don't think we have those in the game yet. I'm pretty sure that's a new contract type. It might have been used sparingly in other contracts, but I don't think we have mercenary missions where you can go do this kind of stuff. Or even the missing persons mission, I think, has been completely missing from Star Citizen. So what I want to do now is get in game and see how these contracts actually play. But even more important, I want to see how Pyro is playing, because Pyro has been rough this year. And I mean, this year, they're freaking... it's the only year we've had it. And so I want to see what we can do to put it through its paces. I want to see if you guys can go back into Pyro and get a good time out of it. Are you streaming some kind of watch along from your event? That is the plan. We're putting that all together, the little final touches to it this week. We will be live here. I need to get that scheduled probably and onto the YouTube channel so you guys can RSVP, but we are planning on having the events just kind of on camera along with the stream. So you guys will be able to see the live reactions of everybody in the group. And also you'll be able to watch the stream along if you'd like. You can mute us and have the stream open in something else. It's completely up to you, but we're hoping to have an actual feed for you guys to see the group. I like tomato-thons. Tomat-thon. Tomat-thon. That's a weird one. Why talk about SC? This is more interesting. I could see that. I could see that coming from you, PK. PK loves the streamathons. Friday streamathons are the best. Yeah, next one's definitely going to be going through the weekend. What the heck? I just loaded into the game on my Mobiglass. Okay. So we are here. Unfortunately, I have set my spawn for ArcCorp, so we're going to need to fly out of here. Let's make sure we actually have anything. We don't. Ah, gosh, I hate this because I never have any ammo. Yeah, so it doesn't matter what gun I get. All right, well, there's a pretty good chance that I will run into a C-54 while we're out there, so I'm going to take the gamble. You know what? I'm not going to take the gamble. What I'm going to do is I'm going to... Wait, where am I? If I am at ArcCorp, then I guess we'll need to go to... I'll just stop at the... this is interesting. What is that? I'll just stop at the gateway at the jump point to get some more goods. I don't actually have that much armor. Not as much as I thought I did. Alright, we will get... I've literally never seen that backpack before. We'll grab one of these and one of those and one of these. No, I'm gonna want something automatic. In fact, I don't think I'm gonna want a shotgun. I want one of these. And one of these, yeah. That'll work. Multi-tool, medical pens, tractor beam. Mining attachment just in case. I have no food. I have no water. I have nothing else. We'll get it as we go. Oh. Live streaming till CitizenCon. Wouldn't that be something? Alright, what are we flying over there? Why do I have a Guardian? And a Vulture? And a Cutlass Steel? Where are all these ships coming from? I want something that's going to be easy enough to defend, but it's got a little bit of space in it. Guess the Guardian. What is this, a gameplay stream? It's a little weird, isn't it? Why are we doing gameplay on Monday? To be genuinely honest, there's not too much to talk about, but I did really want to. Oh! Whoops. Ouch. Oh God, why? The ground looked further away. The edge looked further away. God dang it. So that's gonna slow us down a little bit.
It fucked my tomatoes up!
Oh, I just realized music's going still. Sorry about that. Yeah, you say that you love a gameplay stream, and then you see that. Yeah, that does definitely count as a death. Where's our death count? Whoa. Where is my death counter? I don't know where I saved the freaking files to count my deaths because it's been a while. Dang it, I'm gonna have to like look at this on my OBS and then follow the file path. Let's see. Branding in the live stream folder. I guess that makes sense, doesn't it? Yep, there it is. All right, death count. We are up to 298. We're almost at the big 300. Good for us. And our patch deaths are a lovely... Wait, it didn't update. 298. Update. There we go. Okay. Patch deaths. 2. I think it's 2. I don't think I've been keeping up with the patch deaths, to be honest. Gotta check out the Hurston Gateway space station. That's right. That's right. They've changed it, huh?
There are other people waiting. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do.
Nah, I could still just get ammo at the space station. He has a good point. I do kind of want to see what it looks like. What song was it that you were listening to? You were listening to a song called... I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know what you were listening to. It might have been called Palette by Monarch. I'm not sure though. I don't know what the other song would have been called. It says that was the beginning of the playlist. Sorry about that. Do I think they'll push the PTU to live before CitizenCon? Yeah, I do. That's what it seems like they're going for. They push it to all waves very quickly. But that's why we're going to try out these contracts. If these contracts work out, pretty good chance that this is going live this week. If they're absolutely broken, then who knows? All right. What are we carrying? We got an S71 on us. We got a Pulse on us. And we have a Parallax. Zaxam. Thanks for the sub on Twitch, dude. And I should probably get some more med pens. Knowing me. You'd say they have to consider this is the CitizenCon patch? Yeah. Gumbo, you said extreme doubt? I am streaming Saturdays. Hustle? I feel like I've answered that. Are you missing my answers to you?
Welcome to IO North Tower, Area 18's premier centre for business development.
Why is she yelling at us?
Consult any of our associates for help or rental opportunities.
LH86. I think I like the Pulse more than the LH. They don't need to release the patch before CitizenCon. Just seems like they're wanting to. Also nice to be at CitizenCon and be like, this is live in the newest update. Oh, can we make that? Yes, we can. Cruise. We could get some at the starport. Looks like the goal is almost completed for the watch party fund. Yeah, we're streaming from the event. You think they're holding some stuff back for the CitizenCon reveal? I wonder what. The new ADS part is not in yet. ADS? Aren't they done? ASD? Aren't they done with that for now? Or we're going back to Pyro. You think they're going to show hacking? I'm really surprised that we haven't seen hacking in Squadron 42 in any way yet. Not a single idea of what it's actually going to look like. Only what they originally wanted it to look like.
Welcome to the ASOC Vehicle Retrieval System.
ASD has more in 432? Why have I not heard anything about that?
Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location. Please visit us again.
Is that from CIG? Did they say that? Yes, somebody donated a huge amount to the fund. I believe it was Abs, actually. It has to do with a certain creature. I mean, all of that stuff, from what I've seen, is... That's stuff that's in the game files, right? That's not guaranteed to be in 432. It's just data mined. How do we know that's not 4.4 content? What? My ship is not out there.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility.
Oh, there's a new area. Interesting. Man, I haven't heard anything about that. There was an instance in Squadron 42 where a guy was hacking the access code of another dead NPC. When was that? Oh yeah, I saw the new freight elevators. That's pretty nice.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
Oh, Mr. Kwaktu. Kwaktu? Kwaktu. What's up, Kwaktu? Thanks for popping by in chat, dude. How's it going? The Yormandi. I don't know if it's supposed to be pronounced Yormandi or Yormandi, but I hope it's Yormandi. That sounds a lot cooler to me. Yormandi just sounds like Normandy. Which, you know, I mean, it's not to say that Normandy's not cool. I'm sure there's some great stuff there, but Yormandi sounds cooler. Sounds more sage-like, you know? Like a... Excuse me. Like a, Wait. Ladder is correct. I don't even know what the one was ladder anymore. Is it the one I like? Or the one I don't like? Really cool short film on YouTube called Pear Maiden. Population 6. 6 whole pops.
Hello. How can Miss help you today? Systems on.
Yormandi. Cool. Yeah, I like that. Makes it feel like I'm fighting an ancient beast that has wisdom and can talk to me. I hope it can talk. And I hope when it talks, it has the same exact annoyed voice as the shopkeepers at Grimhex. And then when we come in, we drop into the boss fighting area, and it's all scary and intense. He just comes around and he's like, why can't people pick up after themselves? And that's who you have to fight. That's the boss battle. Alright, let's go check out this station. Station and then missions. Do the pyro missions work? Storm the beaches of Yormandi. Wasn't that name from Jormungandr? Is that Lord of the Rings? Hacking tier 0 in Squadron 42 is at 54 minutes and 56 seconds of the hour-long preview vid from last year. All right. Oh. You're talking about. I mean, that's when he's getting the credentials to unlock the door. That's when he's just basically he just presses a button, right? Not much to it. You gonna check out the new area now that you know about it? No, I really want to check out these contracts. I want to see if they're working. What is going? Why am I so slow? Let me go. Let me be free. Let's get up into space. My landing gear, Jesus. What a freaking noob. Yormandi sounds like a Your Mom joke. Tell that to Jormungandr of Norse mythology as a serpent. Alright. Taking the Guardian with us. That should offer us a little bit of storage in case we do find anything interesting, but it's PTU. Like, what's really out there to loot? Main goal right now is to go and check out some of these new priority missions. This one is hunting the Polaris. Yeah, these are both the hunting the Polaris missions, so we're gonna see if we can get anything better than that. Guardian MX is a much better ship. Well, okay, I can't say it's a much better ship. I like it more. I think it looks better. I like the weapon choice better. Wait, am I thinking of the Guardian MX? Whatever the other Guardian is. There's only one other one, right? We were able to do all 3 weeks worth of missions yesterday. I'm thinking maybe it's because I'm in deep space. Yeah, I'm thinking of the QI. Or no, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the MX, not the QI. I do think they could integrate the weapons better on the MX, though. You were able to do all the missions at Microtech? Wait, what? Are the CFP missions available in Stanton? What is going on? You don't have to go to Pyro to do the go into Pyro missions? Alright, what is this place even called now? Still called Pyro Gateway. So it didn't change its name for Hurston. Controls. What does a controls command usually do? Give you control of my ship?
Landing gear down.
Okay, so the event has Stanton and Pyro missions. Gotcha. Well, hopefully we can get the Pyro missions to work for us, because it doesn't look like the Stanton ones are popping up.
Landing successful.
Whoa, buddy, I wanted to go out the other way. How does this ship have as many doors? Like, people make fun of the Spirit for having too many doors. The Guardian has as many doors as the Spirit does. Yeah, I don't have a HOTAS just yet. Working on it. Like, I've got the equipment, but I don't have the mounts. Alright, let's see how this has been Hurston themed. It's not Hurston music. Pyro Gateway. Oh, they put a statue. Is that it? They were allowed to put the statue of a dead guy in the space station and throw their logo on the wall. I'm happy for them. That's, yeah, they worked hard for that. Good for them. The freaking old dead guy gets some more time in the limelight. It feels very Hurston, it does, yeah. They're like, this is the most valuable thing we have to contribute. Here's a statue of our asshole founder. Alright, back to... I guess... back to our ship, because that wasn't very fun. We worked hard for that. Yeah, I know. Whole bunch of space nerds really put the work in for that one. It makes you wonder what the other companies would have put in there. Would Microtech have just been like a hologram? R-Corp would have been, what, that giant spinning ball of gears? And Orison would have been a statue of a whale, I guess. Okay, not letting me out. Let's see why that is. Maybe it would be an orb, just a giant bright orb. Glowing up your day. Gonna remember my landing gear this time. Into Pyro we go. CIG planned for Hurston to win from the beginning. It's a conspiracy. CIG has been taken over from the inside by Citizens for Prosperity, who have been taken over from the inside by Hurston. Oh, we're going too fast. We're going too fast. Whoa. There we go. Look, it's already open. It's perfect for us. Why is my cargo ramp? Hold on. Give me a second. How? Why would they put the door? Why would they put the button on that side? You think I could jump across? Okay. Feel like they really could have had that button over here somewhere. Oh, and the tunnel closed. Now we get the joy of opening it up, I guess. All right, into Pyro we go. Music's early again. What do you know? Why don't I give you guys the full view? Very bright in here. All right. Easy trip. Now, hopefully, we have some more missions showing up. Nope. Oh man, dude, are the missions all gone? Oh, that's not great. Why would they be? That's really weird. CitizenCon is not today. Tell you guys what. I'm just gonna change the title of this stream. Need to get near station or planet. All right. All right. Let's see. We will head to Bloom. I never go to Bloom. Okay. And we're on our way. Hey, Barik, how you doing? trying to figure out why they ain't generating. Oh, am I supposed to be seeing them right now? Get near a station. If not, can you go to Stanton? Yeah. Yeah, I can go. I can go to a closer space station. Yeah, we'll hit up Ruin when we get there. Or, oh, Starlight. Where's Ruin? Oh, it's out here, isn't it? Fuck, it's way out here. Around Terminus. Dude, this Pyro 6 is so far away from stuff. I feel like this little corridor right here is where most of the stuff in Pyro system happens. From the Stanton Gateway out to Pyro 5. Like, some of these places are way out here. Endgame? It's a good name for a space station that far out. You worked it to have 600 supported players at one time, but it's kind of split a little. Stanton versus Pyro. Okay. I see. Just spreading out the player base, huh? Your team's been killing it. Yeah, dude, I've been enjoying what we've been playing. There's always little nitpicks here and there, but overall, I think the progress of just having some regular contracts coming in, whether they're similar contracts from different factions or completely different contracts from the same factions, or just like things that are rolling over from some of these other sandbox activities and events making their way out into the further game is nice. I especially like when the sandbox activities are working for missions outside of like the dedicated activity. That's really nice. Having to be close to mission to planets or stations, you can't chain missions easily, and a security sweep out in space, and you always have to return to get a new mission. Deep space patrols, I think, like picking them up would be cool out in deep space. But I like that it feels like the planets are population centers. Do I think post 1.0 they will need to get really fast at releasing star systems to keep the game fresh? I don't think it'll just be star systems. I think there'll still be parts of the game getting released. Faction packs. New storylines here and there. We'll have star systems mixed in, but I don't think that's the key. Like, I don't think that's the only thing they can do to keep it fresh. I think your biggest issue is the contract manager UI right now? Yeah, dude. Not being able to filter out the contracts is kind of painful. You know what I would really love? Would be for whatever contract you can see in the manager. Like if it's all localized, that makes sense. So you only have access to a certain amount here. If you could see those on the star map, where they correspond to, that would also be great. Imagine being able to link up cargo hauling missions because you can like literally see how they would chain across your map. Yeah, contract manager UI update would be great. I'm hoping there's something about that at CitizenCon, but it hasn't been talked about much lately, so I don't know. How are the Nyx missions going? How are those Terra missions coming along, huh? All right. Here at Bloom. There we go. Yeah, we're getting more missions now. Definitely plenty more missions popped up after we got here. And it looks like they're all for Bloom. Let's see. So we got get data pad. Oh no, this one takes us all the way back to Pyro 3. God dang. So you could fly all the way to a planet, and then the contracts would still pop up to take you to another planet. It's another Pyro 3. This takes us to an asteroid mining base. Another asteroid mining base. Pyro 3. Pyro 3. Asteroid mining base. So there's nothing at Bloom. Oh, Bloom is Pyro 3. I thought Monox was Pyro 3. What is Monox, 2? Okay, yeah. Monox is Pyro 2. Bloom is Pyro 3, so we're good. Okay. It's just weird it's so far out here, but it's still Pyro 3, which I guess is not that far out here because this system is freaking huge. I'm just an astronomical idiot. So localized missions are popping up for these new contracts when you get to the planet that you're at. Let's try one out. Let's see how they perform. We will start with getting a data pad. That one actually sounds kind of interesting. So this one... Oh, this one's taking us to an asteroid base. Gross. Where is that asteroid base? Oh, God. Okay, so that's not a Pyro 3 mission. They just want you to turn it in at Pyro 3. Good to know. Good to know. How much does that pay? 44,000 to fly all the way across Pyro. Okay, this one's also an asteroid base. Turn in at Pyro 3. This one's an asteroid base. Asteroid base. Asteroid base. Alright, here we go. This one's going to take us down to the ground. But that's the only one so far. Better fuel up first. Where's my quantum fuel? Where's the quantum fuel indicator? I see hydrogen fuel. Oh, it's up in the top. Yeah, I could probably go to, what is it, Obituary? Whatever space station it is that's right above here. You gonna side with the headhunters or the citizens of for prosperity? We go with the citizens, yeah. At least they try to look normal. Ships keep spawning and blowing up your ship when you land at bunkers? That's an annoying one. Try the Onyx facilities, Arbob. They're in a pretty good state to check out the game, and your ship won't be in danger while you're inside. CFP is 3 letters, same as GII. Isn't that crazy? What are the chances that an acronym would be 3 letters wide? Where's that music, dude? ASD music has spoiled me. Alright. Coming up on our first remote outpost. This is not the real location. The real location is over there. You see there's a lot more activity over here. This is one of these... The way that... what the heck is going on? Oh, I turned on free look. I was like, why can't I control my ship? This is how they've started to create more local locations in this game, so that you can do missions in the same space instead of having to fly from planet to planet every time. But I do think, like, even you can see here, like, just the approach, the experience of approaching this mission doesn't make a ton of sense. We're just landing. It's like, it's not dangerous enough, no? We should be landing and then coming in on vehicle, but instead it's just a, I don't know, it feels a little weird. And maybe that's my fault. Maybe I'm the one that's weird. I'm not taking it seriously enough. Make sure we're good. Oh, I didn't put a scope on my 71. That was dumb. Oh, they're playing that good music, that feel-good music. We're about to go murder some people. There's no cover out here either. It actually was my fault for the way I'm approaching this. We also have no sunlight. This is a, I think this might be a CFP location, so turret shouldn't be a problem. A sniper would have been helpful here. The game was like, oh, you want music? Oh, crap. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. All right. Whoa! I couldn't tell where that grenade identifier was. Oh, shoot. Ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. Okay. Mission complete, but... What the? That, whoa! Who the... What was that? Y'all see that dude was literally spray. What the? Oh my god, there's Copions with guns! Dude, what the heck's going on? This is insane. This is crazy. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Oh my god. Holy shit. Holy crap. Go, 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 go. Oh my god. Oh my god. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're okay. Jesus. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. Oh. That was so I guess that one was on me. Brother, this one guy over here, though, this was a whole nother freaking flavor of NPC. I don't know where his body went, but this dude was just sprinting at us. He was no scope 360 trying to knife us in the back. All right, are we clear? I'm gonna grab this data pad in a cool minute here, but I don't need any more crazy people sprinting at me. Oh. Okay. No night vision, dude. I mean, just a flashlight for me. I wouldn't mind a scope or two, though. Definitely could use an attachment. We'll have to see if anybody has one. Hey, what's up, Cyber Bob? No, these guys have nothing. pyro goons, dude. They don't have any fancy stuff on them out here. You should be running if you don't want to die. Alright. Think we're clear outside. There's probably not much. Whoa! Probably not much going on inside, but we could still at least check. Maybe there's something to loot. A scope, a sight. Anything? Hey guys. Dude, I feel kind of bad. Just like killing people who are running away. They don't have any guns. They have nothing. Well, I mean, we completed the objective. Where did those guys go? Who cares? We did complete the objective. So there is that. Let's grab this data pad and turn it in. Oh, no. Don't pick up the gun. What emotions did you experience with that? It was very quickly overwhelming. I think there is a sense of... Like, the AI are challenging, but they're very much upfront. They're still not quite that strategy. They all just kind of move to where they can see me and then shoot, as opposed to... If there were, like, people up on the roof complicating the fact that I can't go a certain place, people kind of flanking, then yes. Yeah, there was stress there. I would say, what would you guys say? Do those sound like stressful noises? I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die? I think... I think stress was in the spectrum of emotions felt during that. They can pick up the guns. I thought that was the case. Kind of hoping he was going to. Give me a reason, kid. All right, let's take this to Obituary. Obituary, dude. And do I have, maybe I could chain another one so I can go up to Obituary afterwards? Asteroid base, no. Toes. No, I guess you have certain options and they become renewed once you go to the turn-in location. Then you experience what I experienced trying to build this game. Dude, is that why you don't play the game? I hear the devs never play the game. Is that because you get all your stress from just building it? By the time it's already built out, you're like, all right, this one was a challenge. On to 4.4. Dude, I bet building this game is so freaking stressful. But also a lot of fun. Pretty cool to build a game in this scenario. Like when you cook, you're not hungry anymore when it's ready. Well, usually that's because I'm eating the stuff while I'm cooking it. I'm pretty bad about that. Take me to Orb. It's not gonna give me an OM point. Okay. But it's also saying I have an invalid target. Bro. I don't want to route. I want to just be able to target an OM point. Are you telling me I don't have enough fuel to do that? No, there's no way. I can go to an OM point. Just take the dang thing off of my thing. Am I a madman? What's going on here? Untrack this. Okay, we have nothing on there. Just not letting me target anything else, though. There we go. Turn it off and on again, right? Okay. Obituary is on the other side, I believe. So I'm just going to do a little jump around the planet, and then we'll land there. I've heard that the aid shelters now have beds in them. I don't know about bunkers. Oh, engines take care of that now. You don't have to turn off the whole ship. That's pretty nice. Okay, now we can jump to obituary. I haven't been to this space station in a while. Looks cool from far away, if not a little messy. There's so much wreckage around these space stations. It's like actually a hazard to fly. Performance is still pretty rough around them too. Toes. Hopefully that's something we can see disappear with Vulcan maybe, or just some more focus on this system. Toes. Po' boy, thank you for the sub. Bearded fellow, thank you as well for the sub. Po' boy just hit 9 months. That's a whole Twitch baby, dude. Okay. while we're here, more quantum travel, or more quantum fuel, more hydrogen fuel, more weapons.
Engines off.
And how do I exit the ship from the front? Do I just eject? Exit to rear? No. Exit to front. Lower left side? Oh, I can. Okay, I can just click that same button. Got it. Thanks, y'all. I'm guessing I need to turn this thing into a freight elevator. Interesting that you can't just put it in the cubby. You have to put it in the freight elevator. Just gonna go ahead and just put this on the ground. Super normal way to turn in work. And contract complete. All right. First one.
Keep on fighting, regardless of what you've done here. We remember our fallen. Who will remember you?
Why would she even be contacting me? Like, she shouldn't even know that I just completed a mission, right? That we just got some intel, turned it into a space station. You would think, you know, maybe does she have an operative on the inside who knows when we turn in our objectives? Bit of a security breach. Loving the stream. It's so chill. Might want to check you out more often. The vibe in the chat is also nice. Much love to you. Chat's amazing. We got great chat out here. The vibes are light and the talks are heavy. The talks are not actually heavy. Both the vibes and the talks are pretty light. And you know, sometimes we even get to on the topic of food and then all is lost. Everything is... Do still have that giveaway going on for the Avenger Titan, by the way, if anybody wants to hop in on that. Floor 9, room 3. I didn't even realize I had an injury. Oh, she's watching the stream, right? That makes sense. Room 3. 5. 4. 3. And I got a little shoulder injury. I tried to throw a baseball. Just get that figured out. What's up, Fun Family Gaming? Welcome in. What's your rig specs, if I may ask? If you type an exclamation point kit, it should pull up everything in a list for you. But I can list out that I've got a 7800X 3D CPU, AMD, 32 gigabytes of RAM, 3080 Ti graphics card. Running on an M.2 CPU, not CPU, hard drive. Toes. Excuse me. All right, back out for another contract. Let's see if they are still working. Somebody asked what we're running. We're basically running the new missions that have been added with 4.3.2. Little outpost raids, it seems. I really just want to see if Pyro is a reliable place to go for some more gameplay. And if this is the kind of spot you can run a mission without falling through the ground now, we can start to consider how the gameplay actually differs from Stanton. Hoster, thanks for the sub, man. Poster. Okay, good to go. Nick's system is next, right? It is. Nick's will be in the game. It seems like it's looking like it's almost a guarantee that we're going to have Nick's in the next 6 months. Okay. £10 has started selling custom-built PCs for Max Star Citizen Performance. I didn't know he was doing that. That's pretty... wow. Good for him. That's cool. We're free! Okay, so is there another mission that we can now get offering that same experience? No. It's an asteroid mining base, asteroid mining base, asteroid mining base. Random. Okay, see, now this one is sending us back to Shepherd's Rest. Asteroid base. Asteroid base. So there's only really one FPS mission I've gotten so far, at least at Pyro 3. And it's sending us back to that same place. Nyx will be safer than Pyro. But it'll still be fairly lawless, so... you'll want to pay attention. Secret code. Mrs. Tomatoes got the secret code for you. For the Avenger Titan giveaway. Fliptaz, thank you for the Prime sub. Hope you're enjoying your time over on Twitch. Ah, oh, why is everything happening on the night side? Right, it's the same place. Of course it's going to be on the night side. I hate running FPS missions at nighttime. I hate it. It's miserable in this game. At least that last time we could see the clouds flying in. Now it's just completely nighttime. You're right, it could also be raining. It could just be the worst of all worlds. As we get closer to the ground, I get more and more terrified. Dude, I can't see anything, man. I'm like right next to the ground. There it is. Holy crap. Gotta be like 20 meters from the ground to be able to see it. Oops. Okay. I'm gonna sit down right here real quick. Excuse me. We're about to run this in a second. There's no music on this planet. What is going on? Let me provide. Since it's not gonna give us any music. While I'm gone, y'all listen to this. I'll be back in like just a couple of minutes, and then we're gonna go and run this mission. Okay. Be right back. Okay, how'd this go? Jeez. Sorry guys, that was a long moment. I'm surprised nobody came and attacked me, but we're okay. Sorry for the long break. Hello folks. How was it? How was the chair? How'd he treat you? I see he was probably pretty insulting. We lost quite a few viewers there. I told him to stop talking about his aunt, but he just will not shut up about the family drama. I'm sorry. Don't mind him. Whenever he gets started, it's all, oh, my family does this, and oh, I've gotten this many weddings and this much marriage, and I've done all of this since Star Citizen started development, and they still haven't finished it. What is with this scam? And I'm like, dude, Chair, just chill out, dude. You just don't understand how game development works, obviously. That's generally how our conversations go. It's a classic Spectrum-style conversation. Okay, what the... Let's go fight. Ooh, this is good music for fighting. Why am I even relying on Star Citizen's music? It doesn't pop up when it needs to still. I've got work to do on that. We've got this kind of great music to listen to. Long break, short poo-poo. I actually... No, I didn't, but... Probably could have. Alright. So this place is infested with Copion and NPCs we now know of. It looks like one of them already sees us, which makes sense because we're on a spaceship and you would expect them to see you fly in. Sonic booms and all. But I'm going to try and seek out these Copion first before we get super involved with everyone else. Because I don't like the way that they do what they do. There we are. And it disappeared. Wait, what? Are they shooting? Somebody else is fighting over there. Did I just step into a conflict here? What is going on? Who's fighting who? Dude, we really need to be able to scan and identify who people are. Because there's like a whole battle going on here. I wonder if this is Headhunters and Headhunters and Frontier Fighters. So they don't look like CFP. I mean, I'm just going to be indiscriminate. I'm going to kill everybody. Ow! Jesus! Bro, that thing messed me up. Oh crap, there's another one. Ah! Ow! No, pull out your gun! Shoot the thing! Crap. Dude, these things are strong. Stand by. Whoa, what the... What are you doing by my ship, brother? I guess I attracted all the attention now. Just give me one moment, guys. Just hold on. Let me, like, get some ammo. Don't do that in Stanton. Yeah, dude, that's why I like Pyro. Who cares about who's innocent? Nobody's innocent in Pyro. Nobody. Ouch. Too far. I really need ammo for my freaking parallax. Why can't I get any? I just have too much S71 ammo on. Jesus, I am drugged up right now. I need to start getting a little more careful, huh? All right, let's move to the right. I really don't have much cover on the left here. I can't tell what is going on. It's just too dark. Why do they keep these places so dark? It's like night vision doesn't even exist in this future. Why are you guys so confident with no lights? I love that the AI are not all-powerful snipers. Like they do seem to kind of not have a full idea of where I am. I think. Maybe. I can never tell if it's AI tuning or if it's just glitches. I don't know. Don't know if it's supposed to be like that. But it at least feels a little bit better than... Is there like a ladder here or something? If I could get up on top of this building, that'd be great. Alright, so our target's inside. Oh. I love taking cover behind exploding barrels. Do you think we will see the Anvil Trois this year? Would love to park one next to the Hawk. What is an Anvil Trois? Oh, hey, dude. Shoot you in the backpack. And kill ya. Oh, Jesus! Dude, get out of the inventory! Christ! Oh, God! Run! Ah! Run, 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 run. Oh, my God. Heal, 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 heal. Holy shit. I hate Copion. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, there's more NPCs over there, too. Dude, I hate freaking these dogs. These god dang dogs. Whoa! I see it running around. Oh, reload, 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 reload! Get off of me, man. Why are you annoying me with your guns? Did some of the Copion turn into NPCs and pick up weapons? Because there were more than one. Look at this. I circled all the way back around to my ship. Okay. Wow. Okay, so yeah, these guys are a little bit more flanky and stuff now. This is a little more interesting than the last time. I feel like that guy should have stayed up on top of the building though. Why is he going down the ladder? Just to get closer to me? That should be his goal, to stay up at higher elevation, not to come down here. Is he firing a P6? Alright, I think we're good. What the? That's extremely weird. Okay, datapad is ours, as are much needed medical pens. New dropship for NPCs. Do you think that was a dropship? You think they just dropped off some... It didn't look like it actually touched down. Yeah, I don't think anybody actually came out of that ship. Just kind of hovered there, which is weird. Maybe they're here for a mission, though? I don't know. Was this somebody? Is this one of you guys? Oh, left you a box with some ammo. It's me on the Cuddy Red, didn't mean to scare you. Oh. I'm like, what? Is this a freaking care package? Hey man, well thank you for the goods. What is this? The scalpel sniper rifle ammo. Alright. Well then hey, if I find a scalpel, that'd be nice. I got plenty of juice drank now. And some more ammo. Appreciate you, dude. Well, you just being a good Samaritan out here in the PTU. Plenio, the Star Citizen Santa Claus. Resolution, what's up? 5 days till CitizenCon. Any news or exciting build up news? Not a lot coming out of CIG officially, but there's quite a bit of interesting stuff going on in terms of what's it called? Leaks. A lot of leaks stuff going on, which might not have any bearing on CitizenCon. You don't really know. Datapads have been despawning on these missions. They seem pretty straightforward as like a simple task to throw in. This isn't a super significant event, I would say, judging by these missions at least so far. But a solid addition to the repertoire. In a normal year, this would be huge to have this added. It would be a leading part of a major quarterly event in like 2022, 2023. Now though, it's a nice addition. It definitely helps to add the content. And I think these small differences are what makes a really big difference over time. Right now, they don't feel like much, but when you go away for like 2 years, or when you look back at a completed game, it's generally a lot of little tiny things coming together. And I think that's what's happening here. Luckily for us, it's much better than it used to be. How many gigabytes is it these days on storage? I think it's in the 70s. Oh, you put a scalpel sniper down there as well. I'm sorry. Yeah, I didn't see that. Thank you, though. I'm going to keep my eyes out for a scalpel. It will go well with the lovely chunk of ammo you left me. Imagine if you brought a friend with you to watch your back, you get a whopping 12,000 payment. Is it? How much do these pay? Oh, 24,000, you're right. That's pretty rough, brother. 24,000 credits for a retrieve and deliver from a place is... I think this would pay at least like 40,000. Because you can get bounties that just require you to fly to a place and kill someone, and they're paying more than double this. Why would you take one of these in terms of money paid? And like, we're in Pyro too. You're asking people for a lot to come out here just to run some mercenary missions. You're in danger out here. There's 24, 44, 74, and 200, but you don't share the points. Yeah, it's good that you don't share the points, because that was really painful in the resource rush. But what about the money? It's not about the money. I'm thinking when you get outside of the event and you're just kind of running these as missions out here in Pyro. Because these will be recycled as just missions to play. What do you guys think that it should pay? Is Nick getting tight again on payouts? Nick with his non-existent economy? No, I'm glad to see somebody on the economy team getting out in front of the community. We went a long time without hearing anything from economy. Besides some CitizenCon talks from Tony Z. Is there an exclamation point for the music playlist? There's not, but I can tell you what song is playing. This one's actually by Downtown Binary, who's makes a lot of very good music. I would just check them out in general. Okay, it hasn't repopulated that mission again for us, so we'll give them a moment. Let's go.
Killed a friend. Someone who believed in a better empire.
Girl.
You took them away. You did that.
Yeah. Well, like, why can she just call us? Is this just like, is it Facebook here? Anybody, if you know someone's name, you just type them up and you can leave a comment on their page? Is that still a thing on Facebook? You love Electronic Gems, great channel. Samesies, man. Love some good electronic music. I produced electronic music for a few years. Kind of what led to making videos eventually, but I mean part of it, so small part of it. Definitely better at the videos than the music, but the music is fun. It's like music's super inspiring. You know? Very, very cool, that music stuff. Oh, floor 9, room 3 again. They like to put me there. My wireless carrier. Moby Glass. Microtech is selling our data. Do I think pyramid schemes are going to be an issue when 1.0 is released? Like orgs collecting UEC then selling it for cash? I don't know. I do think that there will be problems with real life money in some ways. People are going to find some way to abuse the system. Roberto, you love making some music? Same, man. Isn't Facebook just LLMs posting to other LLMs with some ads sprinkled in now? Man, I don't know what Facebook is anymore. Last time I checked, it was old people posting memes that don't really make much sense but get a lot of likes.
Toes.
Oh god, I forgot you could do that. Freaked the crap out of me. These freaking... I thought somebody just popped into like a Discord call or something and started saying toes. I thought Obama was here. Why is my camera so dark? Camera. Can you brighten up a bit? There we go. You can like barely see me over here, like I'm sitting in a dark room or something. That how it's been the whole time? Y'all just been looking at me like I was sitting in a... Oh, now this looks really bright. Like a light right here. What a weird situation. Delete Facebook. It's liberating. Brother, I thought everybody had done it. I thought we were all off Facebook at this point. Mrs. T. Some folks are getting quite excited about the...
Rubber baby buggy bumpers, rubber baby buggy bumpers.
I could have known that was from Vastin without even looking at the chat. Rubber baby bumper bumpers, rubber baby buggy bumpers. Yeah, that's such a... If it's not cookies, it's rubber baby bumpy bunkers, whatever. Delete Facebook unless you're 83 years old. Even that might be a little young. Is anybody still using Facebook just because, like, it's how everybody stays in touch? Doing the final touches on the tickets. Yeah, all you Garden Gathering folks, whether you're coming or whether you helped to fund it, thank you so much. All of you will be there in some way, whether by, you know, coming to join us or by your name being up on a board to show you helped make it possible. The tickets are going out soon. Mrs. T's working on them. She's also getting our logo updated for the month. We have a couple different characters in our tomato repertoire. We got San Tomato, as you folks know. We've got Professor Tomat. We've got GII Tomato. And for this month, we about to have Spooky Tomat. He's wearing a little ghost costume. We should also get like we have a turkey tomato, don't we? For Thanksgiving, for November? I parked with my lights on. How goofy. Family and memes for you? Nope, you stopped using Facebook years ago. Work requirement, i.e. that sucks. We have a work requirement as well, but I don't really go on there. Mrs. Tomato is in charge of that stuff, and I don't have to dip my toes. Use it for pictures and videos you posted of your kids over the years. That makes sense. It makes group stuff more difficult because you don't use Facebook. Does your circle use Facebook to do group stuff? Aye. Introduce them to WhatsApp. Next month. Wait, what's next month? Oh, for turkey tomate. Turkey tomate just sounds like tomato wearing like a Turkish hat, like the red hat with the flag on it. Or you could wear the fez like I was before. Not exactly Turkish though. WhatsApp also owned by Meta. Yeah, but like it's not Facebook at least. It's one step removed. It's like being forced to bathe in the sewage after it's gone through its first filtration cycle, but not before it's clean. You're still getting the dirty underside. Oh yeah, it is in the turkey suit. You're slowly getting them over to Discord. That works too, I guess. Not gonna lie, I don't really talk to many people I know in real life from Discord. But I guess that is, like, a lot of times you game with the same people that you hang out with. So you do that. Instagram is owned by Facebook too. Yeah, but they're not the same platform. Like, company-wise, it does suck. But there's also the platform conversation. And Facebook as a platform is... Drunk at 12? It's not a Sunday. It's not a brunch kind of day. Oh, there we go. You were anti-Discord, but you're slowly doing the Discord thing. Why are you anti-Discord? I won't be the last person to say that Discord has been getting a little bit worse. I also, it amazes me that Discord still doesn't have a calendar. Or tiered comms. Those two things seem like just the absolute most obvious additions to an app like Discord. I saw that email about the Discord security breach. Just saw somebody leaving this location. So it seems like if you're around Pyro 3, it's just going to keep sending you back to Shepherd's Rest. Hopefully it doesn't do that during live. That's going to be a problem. Seems TeamSpeak is still the best. I really liked Gilded. I think Gilded had the best overall feature set, but unfortunately got bought by Roblox and couldn't really support itself and forced everyone to have a Roblox account. Entering Frontier Fighters controlled territory. Yeah, no, that's crap. They don't control crap. Just slam into the ground. Not a lot of mission locations. There's like... There are... I mean, aren't there like 5 or 6 outposts on this planet? I guess those have to remain with the other factions. I can't see anything. I can't see anything at all. It's because I have lights in my face. It's not helping. Let me turn up my gamma a little bit. Still can't really see anything. This isn't like fighting music. Let's switch it up. Am I looking forward to Battlefield 6? I'm excited for the game. Big Battlefield fan. Gotta say, I'm not really happy about EA's sellout lately. So I don't know, I feel a little conflicted about it. But we'll see. By Christmas, I want to be playing either Ark Raiders or Battlefield 6. We'll see which one wins that. So I just wanted to circle around here and make sure there was nobody at this location. Oh, this is somebody's spaceship. Okay. I just wanted to make sure there were no NPCs out here that were going to like flank me somehow. The asteroid locations are also FPS, but they require some ship combat, don't they? Where are these guys? Oh, shit.
Activate.
It's like right as I'm like, where are they? And they come out of nowhere. Whoa, what the no! Where did that guy? There was a guy literally right next to me. Where in the world? Holy crap, dude. Okay, so what to know with these missions is that most of the guys don't actually come at you until after you've killed the target. God. They were waiting for the music to drop. No kidding, dude. It actually, like, that's when they started. Ah. That's a disappointing death. But it is. I'm glad that I'm glad to have gotten this opportunity to see just how much these missions blow up. Just takes a couple minutes. Just waits for the combat music to drop in. All right, we're at 299 total deaths. Let's see. See what happens if we put out a beacon. Game audio is super low. I don't know why it's coming through so low. It's there. You can kind of hear that. I think it's just... Do you get to torture me when I get to 300 deaths? Is that... Love you, chat. Okay, you've died enough. Now we're going to make it worse. All right, fine. Take all of my goods. Whatever. Back to the orb. You know what? I think that was a good place to wrap things up. I think we got a decent idea of how these missions run. Obviously, they're working. They're going to provide entertainment on the FPS side. I assume the ship missions work. I didn't really want to try those because I'm not into them. But the FPS missions did work. I didn't have any problems linked to the planet itself. So this very well might be a cool time to just go into Pyro and get some more gameplay and like get some proper rewards from it, because this is you get I don't know if we actually get rewards. They haven't said anything about them, but they might just be holding off on saying anything. But basically, as you complete these, you will get more and more points here towards phase 1. And you can complete the 3. I don't know what you get for doing that, but it does show progress, and it allows for you to be more involved in what's going on with the ongoing story. So I think this will offer an opportunity for us to spread out a little more gameplay, have something a little more narrative focused for the next month. It's not anything game changing or huge, but it's another reason to hop into the game, which is what they're most concerned with. They just want people playing. People playing means people trying it out, means people potentially buying stuff in the store. What if you want to join Frontier Fighters? Yeah, that's kind of the annoying part. They're getting into this habit of dictating joinable versus non-joinable factions. And I really don't want them to go the route of like, oh, all the factions you can join are the good ones. Even the headhunters, even if they're evil, they're still good. You know, they're just not evil, they're good evil kind of thing. I hope they still keep it pretty open in sandbox. Gonna have to work hard to have CFP win over the headhunters. We'll see. We will see. All right, y'all. Thank you, everybody, for joining for this stream. Thanks for being here, being involved in the giveaway. Hope you got some entries into that Avenger Titan giveaway. That should be ending sometime soon-ish. We are on the countdown to CitizenCon. Appreciate anybody who's helping us to fund that event. As you can see, we're almost to the goal. Oh, it's over there. We will be wrapping that up on Wednesday, because Friday is prep, and then Saturday, my friends, we'll be live on the event site. On Wednesday, we'll jump back in, cover some stuff, whatever's going on, talk about the game, play the game, do game stuff. And I believe the cooking stream will have a return. Hope y'all have a wonderful day and a good week and a pretty cool Monday and a solid Tuesday. Hope you eat some good foods today, guys. Do something that you love. Drink or eat something you love. Give someone a hug. Treat yourselves well. You deserve some good things. Everybody deserves good things in life. Saturday is going to be a busy day for GII as well. Yeah, we got events and stuff going on. The announcement for that should be going out soon. All right, bye, y'all. Have a wonderful day. Appreciate you. Bye-bye.
Thanks Koku to gracing us with your presence.